So as you know, the Senate's voting on impeachment right now. As we speak, they are about to be voting on the acquittal of President Donald Trump. We kind of want to know what has your role been with the impeachment process, kind of behind the scenes?
Well, we have supported this administration and supported the president every step of the way. And the truth is, I think the American people have seen this for what it is. It's nothing more than a sham investigation where the president was given no due process at all, followed by a partisan impeachment, which today will result in the president of the United States being acquitted by the United States Senate.
Were you working with lawmakers actively, during this impeachment process? Were you talking with lawmakers, making your point, or did you kind of know how this was going to play out?
Well, I think once the trial began, as vice president, I'm constitutionally excluded from the process.
Right.
And so we simply sought to continue to support the president. Look, the American people have the facts, Henry.
Right.
I mean, we started out with a whistleblower complaint. We never hear about the whistleblower anymore because the American people can read the transcript. They could see there was no quid pro quo. President Zelensky said there was no pressure. The president did nothing wrong, and Ukraine received all of the military aid that was approved by the Congress. And his acquittal today will be a confirmation of all of that. And I hope also it gives us an opportunity
Right.
to move on. And maybe, just maybe, this Congress will take the president up on what he said last night. Let's work on lowering the cost of prescription drugs. Let's work on a highway bill to rebuild the roads and bridges and airports and ports of this country.
Right,
but
right.
to think of what's happened over the last 6 months, I think you have to think about the opposition this president has faced over the last 3 years. I mean, for 2.5 years, we heard about Russia collusion until the Justice Department confirmed there was no collusion, no obstruction, case closed. And then it seemed like there was a few short weeks, Henry.
Yes, sir.
And all of a sudden, we were off on this partisan impeachment. It ends today. The President of the United States will be acquitted by the United States Senate. But what the people of Pennsylvania, I've told them today, and people of this country can be confident, is every day between now and Election Day, this president and I are going to continue to fight to keep the promises we made to the American people. And I have no doubt in my mind, the Senate's having their say today, the House had their say, but I think the American people are going to have their say in November when they re-elect President Donald Trump for 4 more years.
The Senate, having tried Donald John Trump, President of the United States, upon 2 articles of impeachment exhibited against him by the House of Representatives, and 2/3 of the senators present not having found him guilty of the charges contained therein, it is therefore ordered and adjudged that the said Donald John Trump be, and he is hereby, acquitted of the charges in said articles.